If we enter the word Jadeite into the most popular internet search engines, we would momentarily be overwhelmed by information of this unique stone. It's so easy in the internet. By pressing a key, one can instantly be brought to another hemisphere and start enjoying totally different landscapes than one is used to. During the upcoming dozens of minutes, we offer you a journey as colorful and intriguing around the world of one of most secretive germs, the jadeite. What makes it so special? What extraordinary features and processes? Where it used? How and where it is found? How it processed? How much it cost? And why even the might of the world are not able to withstand its attraction? What do scientists think about this gem? All of that and even more will be told on this documentary, whose authors started their filming in America, then went on to Arabia and finished their work in distant Siberia. We could start our story, for instance, in the United Arab Emirates. At one sheikh's home, we would find a truly unique place, a jadeite sauna, one of the most outstanding in the whole world. Even in a country of fortune and glamour, the acquisition of the Arab sheikh has settled both his fellow countrymen and billionaires world over. Why did he choose jadeite sauna? Stay tuned and you'll know the answer. On the other hand, we could start telling the story in a Siberian taiga, close to Chinese border. It's one of those very few places on Earth where jadeite is being found. But maybe you'd prefer taking a glance how millionaires in the famous New York Christie's auction are competing for opportunity to acquire artifacts manufactured of the jadeite. The figures are stunning. Over $10 million for some dozens of grams of jadeite color. I suppose we incited your curiosity sufficiently so we can start telling our story. So, it's the jadeite. There are no jadeite deposits in Europe. Jadeite is a semi-precious germ of a known volcanic origin, originating from another stone, the albite. It is still being called imperial stone, and it possesses both unique features and positive impact on health. It does not interact with acids and is hard to trim, as well as it purifies the air. The fact that jadeite is obtained by hand only makes it more valuable. Since all times, there are numerous proofs that jadeite artifacts help to protect people's health and to maintain undying youth. Scientists have confirmed both that its green coloration has a calming effect, and the fact that this germ has a positive effect for our body if we wrap it onto a piece of material and keep close to our body. Jadeite properties: emitting silicon acid, which has an anesthetic, antitoxic and anti-inflammatory effect. Possessing up to 30 times more chemical elements from Mendeleev table that are useful to the body, and up to 100 times less needless chemical elements. Decreasing levels of radiation. It has, in comparison to other germs, much better longevity for baths and saunas. It is absolutely safe for using in baths and saunas because it has very high strength and endurance indicators. After they are being poured by water in saunas, there is no visible and speech-depriving vapor. It is always easy to breathe. Totally different pleasure of bathing is obvious. Due to its extraordinary composition, it is ideal for massage. It is permeable to light. Here you can see how the light crosses a 6 mm jadeite plate. Its surface is not susceptible to mechanical influence. As you can see, when one tries to scratch both polished and non-polished jadeite with a drake metal nail, no trace is being left on this surface. Even a bullet would bounce after hitting jadeite. It is susceptible to be cut to very thin plates. down to 0.4 mm as a sheet of paper. It strengthens the nervous system, normalizing arterial blood pressure, softening walls of the blood vessels, improving blood composition, strengthening men's potency, as well as renal and urethral activity. The curing powers of jadeite is most effective when in immediate contact with body, while wearing jadeite adornments or carrying out special oriental massage with this stone. So this is the mystery and peculiarity of jadeite. And now let's go on with our intriguing journey of those parts of the world where the jadeite is born and where it later travels. Russia. In the very heart of Moscow, a pretty common and non-outstanding building gets many luxurious cars lined up and a platoon of security people hanging around. The views are already common for the new Russia, so neither the million-dollar cars, no security personnel armed with almost machine guns do not attract anybody's attention anymore. The world's renowned people, not only crème de crème from Russian show business or sports, but also those from the whole world, come here every day. When more than 200 years ago Sandun baths were open in the center of Moscow for the nobility of the time, rumors about incredible luxury and untamed parties in the quarters of several thousand square meters soon started to spread. It's true that during those long years the purpose of those baths has not changed dramatically. Billion-dollar business decisions are being made there. And Hollywood stars sometimes have so much vodka that they barely can reach their limos, shaking and staggering. Those pictures on this wall depict just a small part of people who have visited Sandun baths over the last years. From Russian celebrities such as Nadezhda Babkina, Anastasia Volodchkova, Vladimir Vysotsky or Sergei Bodrov Jr. to Jean-Claude Van Damme, the Rammstein, Pavel Bure or John Travolta. So what makes the Sandun baths so exceptional that so many celebrities comes there? Let's have several moments to look around the place. If you came here after a long day at work to relax for a couple of hours, you can definitely do that at Sandun restaurant or bar. Before starting to enjoy food, you can leave your clothes for cleaning or bring them over the tailors. If you are not hungry, you can visit a beauty parlor or, for instance, have a look at a Chinese spa center. Massages of all types, cosmetic procedures of the most ancient techniques, and Chinese tea will undoubtedly bring you to paradise. Around the corner you'll find a closed restaurant with real sharks swimming in the fish tanks. Those who crave for a complete privacy can find solitude enclosed from anybody's eyes VIP baths with separate halls, swimming pool and baths. Instead of ordinary stone, jadeite is being used there.
Среди всех полудрагоценных камней, вот это, по-моему, единственный камень, который обладает вот подобными свойствами. Именно лечебные какие-то, тем более все эти свойства начинают проявляться, когда камень подвергается воздействием температур. Ну а сауна или баня, сами понимаете, то место как раз, где это все и происходит.
А комментарии посетителей бани, они замечают, что это не просто камень, да, какой-то...
Вы знаете, поначалу смотрят просто как-то странно. Зеленый камень лежит. А потом, вот когда некоторые, конечно, спрашивают, а что за камень? Объясняем, что да, это jadeite. Многие сами стали замечать, что как-то вот сам пар от него мягче. То есть реально он становится немножко мягче.
There are only 4 jadeite baths all over the world. The only open for public one is in New York. The others are private. One is in Japan. Another is installed at one Arab sheikh's palace. And the fourth is at the home of one Muscovite oligarch. Jadeite is a semi-precious stone. its residue were scarce throughout the world. They are mainly found only in Burma, Myanmar, Guatemala, Japan, California, and Khakassia. Due to its particular structure, jadeite has curative properties. It is clean. We are now going to one of those places where jadeite is being extracted: Siberia, Republic of Khakassia. Only a couple of kilometers away from the second largest water power plant in the world, the Sayan-Sushenskaya. One can only pass several security checkpoints if one has a special permit. Either then one is employed at the plant itself, or then they head for the Yenisei River dock in the vicinity. "50 grams of vodka for successful trip, and our barge is detaching from the shores." This barge plows its ways through impenetrable taiga once a week to deliver supplies. Of course, the journey has to be extremely slow, because the river is slaughtering with timber lugs. If the barge is too speedy, corpse-like lugs may rupture the frame of the ship. Boruskaya deposit, one of those very few places on our planet where jadeite is being extracted. For 12 men, those cabins, some of them are just a dozen square meters in area, became home for half a year. They have to work much and hard. In 40-degree heat or under heavy rain that may last 5 days in a row. Some men have been working here already for 9 terms. However, quite many do not last longer than a month or so. This jadeite stone, which weighs, according to scientists, around 7,000 tons, is unique because it is almost pure. That is, the jadeite itself constitutes 97% of the rock. This jadeite is the purest in the world. The stone of 15 meters in height and 20 meters in width has been being cut already for several years, and still it will go another 10 years or so till it is cut altogether. Due to a vast popularity of the jadeite and was tripled production, only 700 tons a year of it is being extracted here. Winters are so harsh here that during this period extracting activities have to be suspended totally. Jadeite succumbs only to minerals that are its superior. For instance, diamonds, sapphires or rubies. You can see for yourselves how after just a couple of says, a thin metallic cable is shattered to pieces. It did not succeed in overcoming jadeite. Even pebbled drill heads withstand only 15-20 centimeters, and after that they have to be replaced. In comparison, when drilling granite or marble, one head can withstand at least 3 meters. The most valuable part of jadeite for jewelry is situated at the very bottom. However, in order to get to it, there are still many years of splitting or cutting the cover. Detonations cannot be used because they would destroy the most valuable part of jadeite, a gram of which may sometimes cost up to several dozens of thousands of dollars. It could seem that they are real goldmines here, and if you once found the green jadeite thread, you can start counting your millions. But this is not how it is. Jewelry threads are so minute that they could be found even in a smallest rock. On the other hand, sometimes you could split a ton of rocks and never find a single bit of it. And now let's move to another hemisphere. United States of America, New York. In one of the best-known auction house, the Christie's, millionaires compete for art, exclusive jewelry, and other valuables. The raising their card, participants raise the prize. Sometimes this game of theirs comes close to insanity. How else would you call, for instance, these shots? Those Jadeite decorations and the prizes written by them, from several dozens of thousands up to $9 million. For example, the Russian gas company Gazprom has just paid $9.5 million for a 27 Jadeite bubble color. Impressive? We would go on, but the sums would just increase. You have a unique opportunity to look at some of Jadeite articles. The settlement of Molokov on the outskirts of Moscow is well known for its inhabitants.